morning, Mrs. Irene M. Lactao, and I'm gonna be the last discussant for the topic, the Australia and Oceania. Now, the Australia and the Melanesia, which is the first region of the Oceania, was already discussed by Mr. Anton Comedia. The Micronesia by Angel Rose Lotto, and the last region, which is the Polynesia, is my focus for this discussion. For our objective, first is to identify the key geographic and political features of Polynesian countries, including its capital, land area, and the regional affiliations. Second is to examine the cultural life, dominant religions, and the population characteristic of each country. And lastly, i-analyze natin yung economic resources and i-explore natin ang mga notable landscapes and natural attraction ng Polynesian region. So at the heart of Polynesia is the Polynesian Triangle, which is the corner is marked by the Hawaii in south, the New Zealand in southwest, and the Easter Island in southeast. So the Polynesian region is a large group of over 1,000 islands scattered across the central and the southern Pacific Ocean. It forms one of the three major cultural regions in Oceania, alongside with the regions Micronesia and Melanesia. Its word Polynesia came from a Greek word which means the many island. It is connected with its geographical characteristic of being a collection of islands in one region. The Polynesian region consists of 5 independent nations, 2 political units that are part of a larger nation, and 2 self-governing entities and 5 territories. So, by all of this, ang focus natin more on is the 5 independent nation that is under the Polynesian region. The 5 independent countries is nag-i-include dito yung Samoa, New Zealand, Tonga, Tuvalu, and lastly the Vanuatu. So, ang Polynesia, which means many island, is an immersed region in Central Pacific. Those islands farthest removed from Asia. It includes both large volcanic islands, coral atolls with a triangle connecting, as I have said earlier, the Hawaii, the Easter Island, and the New Zealand. So, we're gonna focus on the independent countries in this region. Let's have first the Samoa. Its capital is Apia. So it is made out of archipelago of 9 islands, 4 of which is inhabited. The 2 largest islands are the Savaii and Apulu. So yung Samoa, as you can see in the map, is a small island country na nakalocate sa Central South Pacific Ocean. For its absolute locations, as we can see on the map, it is approximately located at 13 degrees south latitude and 171 degrees west longitude. Its relative location naman, sa west na, it is located by the west of American Samoa, northeast of Fiji, south of the equator, and the southeast of Papua New Guinea, and the east of Australia. Ito na yung flag ng Samoa. This beautiful flag and its element means, the element of its red ay nagmi-mean siya ng red stands for the courage. Yung blue naman for freedom, yung white ay para sa purity, and the 5 stars ay nagre-represent ng constellation in Southern Cross. Total land area of Samoa nagkukonsist siya ng 2,842 km. So here in Samoa, meron silang 2 major islands. Ito yung pinakamalaking island na tinatawag nilang Apulu and Savaii. So itong mga island na ito, pag pinagsama, nang-cover na yan yung 99% of the total land area. And meron pang other 8 small islets or yung mga small island. Ito yung mga other small island, ito yung mga sinasabi nating islets ng Samoa. The Manono, Apolima, Nuwalopa of the Apolima Strait, Nautoli, Naolwa, Namoa, Vanuatu of the eastern end of Apulu, also known as Alipata Island. Sa Samoa, ang total population niya ay 219,306. Total population of Samoa is 219,300. Economy and resources naman, ang pangunahing pinagkukuhan na nila ng resources, it's tourism. So dahil nga ang Samoa ay nasa Pacific Ocean, ang kanilang climate ay more and ganito sa Pilipinas at tropical. And dahil nga island sila, marami silang mga beautiful beaches katulad ng mga nasa picture. Samoa's stunning scenery, it includes the beaches, the waterfalls, and the lush rainforests. It's a major draw of their tourism at economic sector. The pleasant climate and the tropical environment also contribute to the country's appeal. So yung tourism nila malakas kapag ganito din sa Pilipinas, malakas ang kanilang tourism in the times of summer dahil nga maganda yung kanilang mga beach. The second resources naman ay agricultural and land resources. So, though yung Samoa, hindi ganun kalaki yung land nila. Pero, nakakaroon pa rin sila ng cultivation of crops like coconut, cocoa, and taro. So, dito natin makikita yung pagiging resourceful ng mga Samoans pagdating sa paggagawa nila ng living out of things na nandun sa kanila. Next and lastly is their water resources. Katulad nga ng sinabi ko kanina, ang Samoa ay islands. And of course, rich sila sa mga water resources. So ginagamit nila yon, or i-cultivate nila yung kanilang geographical area na yon para sa kanilang economy. So yung hydroelectric power is a primary source of energy for Samoa and the country na also developing renewable energy resources. So, the politics of Samoa takes place in the framework of a parliamentary representative democratic state, whereby yung Prime Minister of Samoa is the head of the government. Religion, Christianity is the official and the largest religion in Samoa. Dahil sa kanilang konstitusyon, naka-state doon na Samoa is a Christian nation founded of God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So dito natin makikita na nakadikit pa rin yung kanilang religious beliefs sa kanilang political system. Dahil nga pinaniniwalaan nila na ang kanilang land is founded by God, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Cultural life, yung tradition naman nila ay nakabase sa family, sa food, and dances. So may tinatawag silang culture which is Fa'a Samoa. Ito ay yung kanilang traditional way of life and the form of cultural foundation of all the activities in American Samoa. So ini-emphasize ng group na ito yung dignity and the achievements over the individual success. It centers around the Aiga, which is a family which is led by a Matai or yung kanilang chief. The Matai oversees the family's resources, the welfare, and the representation in the country's matter. So in Samoan culture, the living tradition is open-sided. So meron silang tinatawag na fale, which is a word for house, where yung dun sa house nila ay may tinatawag ulit tayo na extended family katulad dito sa atin. So dito natin nakikita yung magandang relasyon or tight relationship ng mga individual sa kanilang family. Yung Samoan culture also emphasizes the hospitality, the cooperation, and the sharing with everyone contributing to the well-being of the community. The Samoan people and the language. So yung people na nakatira sa Samoa, ang tinatawag natin silang Samoans or the Samoan people. Samoan ay Tagata Samoa, are the indigenous Polynesian people of the Samoan Islands and Archipelago in Polynesia na nagsispeak ng Samoan language. Clothing, may tinatawag silang pulatasi, which is a dress for women, and the laba-laba, which is a wrap around skirt for both men and women. So katulad ng nakalagay dito sa ating picture. Ang kanilang pulatasi, ito yung this is their vibrant colored dresses for women and a man as a skirt. Next is their textile. May tinatawag silang siapo, which is the tapa cloth of patterns. So, ito ay ang intercreate design na nag-create rubbing dries of tencel onto the tapa cloth. They often depict geometric patterns, animals, or natural elements. The second one is the laufala, which is the woven pandanos. It is intricate leaves creating a complex design and texture. Next is the eli or alay na nagmi-meaning as embroidery. It is decorative embroidery using a coconut fiber, adding an intricate details and the accent of the garment. So makikita na sa textile nila yung connection pa rin sa kanilang culture, which is culture and the geographic location. Yung mga natural resources na nandun sa kanilang geographic location, ginagamit nila yon para makagawa ng kanilang clothing or ng kanilang mga textile. Next is their festivals. We have the Tila Festival. So yung Tila Festival is the Samoans' main culture and celebration na hinaheld annually in September sa Apia, which is their capital. So yung Apia, nag-came siya from the yung Apia Festival, pinangalan siya sa flower na Tila, which is yun yung kanilang natural flower. Flash video of Tequila Festival para makita natin, mapanood natin yung mismong event.
Festival Time Samoa with the 33rd Annual Te-Wheeler Festival 2023, one of the largest celebrations of culture and identity in the Pacific with the theme Beautiful Samoa. It's one whole week of festivities with something for everyone at the Matangialalua Friendship Path, such as choral exhibition, cultural siva competition, siva afi competition, traditional and fun games, variety show, food and handicraft stores, Miss Samoa pageant, and much, much more, starting from the 3rd to the 9th of September.
The last part of our exploration about the Samoa, that is Samoan culture, is their famous landscapes. First is the Robert Louis Stevenson Museum. So ito naman is a range trip to the expressive Robert Louis Stevenson, which is a spot where the famous Scottish author lives in Apollo 5 years ago, and he breathes his last. It is one of the most popular tourist attraction in Samoa. So as we can see in here, halata naman na ipinangalan siya sa isang tao, which is si Robert Louis Stevenson, which is a famous author, and dito rin siya namatay. So marami siyang mga na-produce na remarkable books, and yun na rin ang reason kung bakit yung kanyang bahay or yung kanyang the place kung saan siya namatay ay naging library, which is ito ng library or not the library but a museum. Next one is the Sela Lava Field, which is once a beautiful church na nagkaroon ng destruction dahil sa eruption of Mount Matabano. Falialupo Rainforest Reserve. So dahil nga sumisikat na yung tourism sa Samoa, itong mga rainforest na to ay kailangan may reserve, kaya nilagyan nila ito ng mga hanging bridge para kahit na maraming tao yung pumupunta doon ay mai-reserve pa rin nila yung forest or maikip pa rin nila yung natural build dito. New Zealand, its capital is Wellington, as we can see on the map. So its absolute location naman, it is located in the South Pacific Ocean at 41 degrees south and 174 degrees east. Its relative location naman, it is located southeast of Australia, south of New Caledonia, Fiji and Tonga Islands. Ito naman yung meaning ng kanilang flag. Its element, the Union flag, is a jack represented New Zealand's British Commonwealth heritage and that we are in the Commonwealth game. The blue background symbolizes the sea and the sky. The 4 stars na nasa tabi ng Union flag naman ay nagre-represent ng Southern Cross, a constellation that is visible at the southern end of Milky Way. Yung New Zealand is a long and narrow, over 1,600 km along its north-northeast axis by its maximum weight of 400 km, with about 15,000 km of coastline and a total land area of 2,000. So for its population, according to the Worldometer, the total population of New Zealand in 2025 is estimated 5,251,899 million. Their economy and resources, agricultural products like meat, dairy, fruits, and vegetable are their major resources of their economy. So as we can see here, the meat. For their fruits, ang pinaka sa kanila ay ang kanilang mga potatoes. And lastly, their wood and paper products and their crude oil. Political geography, they have a unitary parliamentary democracy. So it means that the power is centralized and the parliament system where the government is accountable to legislature. Its dominant religion, Christianity, remains the largest single religion with 32% of the population identified as Christian. Ang pinakamalaking population nila ay no religion. Second is the Christianity, 32.3%, Hinduism of 2.9%, Islam for 1.5%, Maori religion for 1.3%, Buddhism for 1.1%, and lastly the Sikhism, which is 1.1%. So kung titingnan natin, ang pinakamataas sa population dito ay yung no religion. But of course, ang pinag-uusapan natin dito ay ang kanilang dominant religion, and no religion is not a religion. Ang pinakamataas dito ay Christianity. Natural life, people and their language, yung mga tao na nakatira sa New Zealand ay tinatawag natin as Kiwis, a nickname derived from their native birth. While yung New Zealander is a formal. So pag tinawag natin sila as New Zealander, it is a formal term. Pag natawag naman natin sila as Kiwi or Kiwis, it is the informal way to refer a person. The three official language that is spoken in New Zealand is first the English, next is the Maori, and the New Zealand Sign Language. cultural life is a vibrant blend of Maori, European influences with a growing multiculturalism influenced by the immigrants from around the world. So dahil nga ang New Zealand ay kilala bilang sa kanilang mga tourism and marami na rin mga nagmamigrate doon dahil nga maganda ang kanilang sistema or madami mga opportunities. So yung kanilang culture ay naihalo na sa mga nag-migrate na tao mula sa iba't ibang lugar. So yung Kiwis, as a New Zealander as known, are generally friendly, laid back, and valuing kind, tolerance, and mutual respect. Festival, they have the Pacifica Festival. Yung Pacifica Festival is a vibrant annual celebration of Pacific Island cultures na nag-showcase ng rich tradition and contemporary expression of Pacific community and Aotearoa New Zealand. Ito ay ginagawa nila to celebrate the rich culture of Pacifica people who identify as part of New Zealand Pacifica community. Next is the next festival naman, the February 6 is the Waitangi Day in Aotearoa, New Zealand. It is celebrated in the date of the first signing of the Treaty of Waitangi in 1840. So yung Treaty of Waitangi, tinatawag rin siya as Ti Tereti or O Waitangi. Ito ay isang document na nagfa-found ng New Zealand. Na-sign siya noong 1840 between the British Crown and the Maori chiefs. It aims to establish a relationship between the two parties, and it is also considered as a constitutional document.
Ceremony in Waitangi marked the signing of the treaty between Britain and Maori chiefs in 1840. The annual celebration has often seen protests and relations between the government and Maori have soured in the last 8
Ang famous landscape, makikita natin na more on the beaches ulit sila. Dahil nga ang New Zealand ay nasa Pacific Ocean, marami silang magagandang mga beaches and maraming magagandang mountains. Next is we have the Tongariro National Park. Nakalocate naman siya sa North Island ng New Zealand. Yung park naman ito ay merong dito naman sa park na to, malapit dito yung tatlong bulkan, which are the Tongariro, Ngauruho, the Mount Doom, in the Lord of the Rings. So itong Ngauruho na to, or the Mount Doom ay na-feature sa The Lord of the Rings. So dito natin makikita na famous talaga siya. And lastly, the Rawapiko with its ski slopes. The third country naman is we have the Tonga, also known as the Kingdom of Tonga. Its capital is Nuku'alofa, as we can see in the map. For its absolute location naman, it is located 44.3496 south and 53.6712 west. Its relative location, it's located east of Fiji, south of Samoa, west of Cook Island, and the north of New Zealand. Ito naman yung kanilang flag, yung cross, the red cross, nagre-represent siya ng Christian religion and the sacrifice of Christ. The red represents the blood of Jesus shed, and the white stands for purity, and the white stands for the purity. So dito pa lang sa meaning ng flag nila, makikita na rin natin yung kanilang culture and their religious beliefs. Total surface area is about 450 kilometers squared. It is scattered over 400,000 kilometers squared in the southern Pacific Ocean. The population of Tonga is 103,837 as of Tuesday, April 15, 2025, based on the Worldometers. For their economy and resources, the Tonga's economy is largely dependent on their agriculture, fishing, and tourism. For their agriculture, ang pinaka main crop or product ng country na to ay ang squash, coconuts, bananas, and vanilla beans. These crops, they export it to their nearby countries such as the American Samoa, the New Zealand, the United States, and the Australia. So mapapansin natin na ina-export nila yung kanilang mga crops dun din sa mga countries na nasa region nila. One of their resources also is the fishing. So karamihan sa mga fish na nakukuha nila sa kanilang mga sea are the billfish such as the blue marlin, black marlin, strip marlin, the Pacific sailfish is also a popular target. Mahal sa kanila yung sailfish. And other fishes such as wuyu, mehami, yellowfin, tuna, and such. Lastly is the tourism. So, karamihan naman yata dito sa mga countries in this region ay tourism, and ang kanilang binibida ay ang kanilang mga beaches. Makikita natin dito yung kanilang magagandang isla, mga magagandang cottages at mga malilinis na environment for the tourists. Political geography, they have a constitutional monarchy. It means that their king is the head of the state and the commander-in-chief ay ang kanilang armed forces. Of government comprises of an executive cabinet, the legislator or the legislative assembly, and the judiciary. The legislative assembly consists of a people and a representative na elected by the universal adult suffrage, and the noble represents chosen by the heredity and nobility. So namamana yung noble representative position in this kind of government. And this is their cultural life, their people and language. Yung people of Tonga, they are called the Tongans. They are the original inhabitants of Tonga Islands, a Polynesian archipelago in Pacific Ocean. The official language na ni-speak in this country ay ang Tongan and the English language. Their traditional clothing naman ay tinatawag na ataovalang. Ito ay isang mat wrap around the waist worn by men and women at a formal occasion, much like that tie for man is a Western culture. So makikita natin dito ay yung magandang mat wrap around their waist ng both men and women. There is a rich tapestry of traditional practices. Nag-i-include dito yung arts and crafts like tapaklot and the weaving, traditional dances like laka-laka and taulunga, and the ceremonies that is centered around their family and religion. So for their festivals, they have what is called the Hailala Festival. It is an annual celebration in Tonga na hiniheld during July to honor the birthday of their king, featuring their music, their dances, their arts, and their culinary traditions. And ini-showcase din dito yung rich traditions ng Tonga. Apay Tourism Festival. Ito naman ay isang vibrant event na nagsha-showcase ng traditional dance, arts and crafts, and offers visitors a chance to experience the local cuisines and participate in the workshops. Yung festival na ito, nagpo-promote siya ng unity, creativity, and the preservation of Tongan culture. In their culture, nakalagay lagi yung kanilang mutual respect, sharing, and loyalty. Ito ay nag-act as their core values para i-shape yung family life and their cultural interaction. For their famous landscape, we have the Mapua Bayi, which is tinatawag din siya na Whistle of a Noble. Ito ay isang natural blowhole of the island of Tongatapu in the village of Huma in the Kingdom of Tunga. So, nangyayari itong parang blow ng tubig na ito dahil sa kanilang rock formations na present under the water. So, kapag humahampas yung alon dun sa mga rock formations nila, nagkakaroon ng blow-like effect. Next is the Hautapu Beach, which is a popular beach in Tongatapu in Tonga, known for its surfing, swimming, snorkeling, and snorkeling opportunities. Next is the Anahulu Cave, which is a beautiful cave that have a collection of rock formations underneath. Next is the Tuvalu. Ang capital niya ay Funafuti, as you can see on the map. Its absolute location, it is located at 7.1095 degrees south and 181 degrees west. For its relative location, it is located in the south of the equator, in the western Pacific Ocean, south of Kiribati, and the north of Fiji. This is their flag. The light blue background nagsisymbolize siya ng country's atolls and island. The 9 yellow stars represents the 9 islands that makes up the Tuvalu. And lastly, the Jack cartoon, the upper right corner, signifies the Tuvalu's historical link in the United Kingdom and the other Commonwealth members. So, kung matatandaan natin, this union symbol ay present din sa flag ng New Zealand, as they were also a part of this group. The total land area is 25.14 square kilometers. For their population, according to the Worldometer, again, in 2025, Tuvalu's population is estimated to be around 9,492 people. So, kakaunti lamang ang nakatira dito sa bansang to. For the economy and resources, economy at Tuvalu is constrained by its remoteness and lack of economic of scale. So, dahil nga sa maliit lamang yung land area ng Tuvalu, and nakaunti lamang ang kanilang population, medyo naglalak sila ng mga resources, but they still manage to cultivate from their resources that are present. Ang pinaka major resources nila ay ang fishing, dahil nga sila ay island country. Tuvalu Exclusive Economic Zone, which is also known as the EEZ, is a major source of tuna and the other fish with significant revenue generated from the fish licenses and granted to international fishing vessels. Tuvalu's economy is heavily nakarely sila sa fishing and the foreign aid, with the small agricultural sectors and developing tourism industry. So, medyo developing ang kanilang economy. Nakarely lang sila sa fishing and the foreign aid. And meron silang kakaunting sector na naggumagawa or that are doing agriculture, and parang nililift up pa lamang nila ang kanilang tourism industry. For their political geography, they have a monarchy with unicameral parliament, which means that the head of the state is a monarch who has a limited political power, while the legislative power rests with a single chamber parliament. Their dominant religion is the Christianity, with 86% of the population having this belief. A small percentage of population, around 8.8%, belong to other Christian denominations. There are also a small number of people who adhere to other religions, such as the Baha'i faith, 1.7%, and the other religions. For their cultural life, yung people and their language, the indigenous people of Tuvalu ay tinatawag na Tuvuluans, and yung two official language na ini-speak dito ay Tuvaluan and English. Though yung English ay hindi nila ginagamit in their normal lives, but katulad dito sa Pilipinas ay inaano rin siya as a language nila. For their traditional clothing, may tinatawag silang tititaw, a traditional skirt placed upon another skirt, atitik kaulama, and the top, tinatawag na tega saka, the headband, armband, and the waistband continue as music performance in the traditional dances, music of Tuvalu such as the Fatali. Festival, may tinatawag silang Gospel Day, which is a public holiday in Tuvalu na na-observe every second Monday of May each year. So, itong holiday na to, kinamemmorates niya, or parang kinamemmorates niya yung arrival of Christianity and the island. Itong Gospel Day na ito, special siya para sa mga taong naniniwala sa Christianity, as ginagawa ito bilang paggunita sa pagdating ng Christianity sa kanilang country. So, ginagawa nila ito by going to church, sing, dance, eat together, and spend time with the community. Isa itong happy day para i-celebrate yung kanilang paniniwala, their faith, their history, and being together. Is the National Children's Day, or the Aso Tamaliki. Yung National Children's Day is a public holiday also in Tuvalu in the first Monday in August naman. The day is also known as Tamaliki, na kung ita-translate natin sa English, Tamaliki means children. The National Children's Day, Tamaliki, is in Tuvalu, na celebrate siya to honor yung mga children and to emphasize their importance in their importance in the community and the importance of teaching values in the children. The day includes church services, the games, traditional dances, family gatherings, and the community events. At lahat ng ginagawa nilang yon ay para yung support and para i-celebrate yung kabataan, yung children. Next is the Teasa Fiafia, which is also called a Happy Day. Ito ay sinaselebrate sa Tuvalu as the celebration of their independence. It is done in October 1st. Yung festival na to, nag-include siya ng mga cultural performances, traditional dances, feast, flag raising ceremonies, sports competition, and mga community gathering. It also Pinifeature niya rin yung religious services and exhibition of the local arts and crafts, all celebrating Tuvalu's heritage, their unity, and their national pride. And for their famous landscape, we have the Funafuti Marine Conservation Area. So ito naman, itong conservation area na to, kinukover niya ay 33 square kilometers of reefs, mga reefs, lagoons, and mga small islands or islets. And also, itong area na to, it is home for a diverse array of marine life, yung mga fish, mga corals, mga algae, also the invertebrates. The islet also serve as nesting site for the green sea turtles and black noddy birds. So, itong area na to is a very productive area for the marine and the natural habitats of the animals na for their wild animals na nandun sa island. We have naman the Nanumanga, which is a small island na nandun sa Pacific nation of Tuvalu. The island is lush with tropical vegetation and lined with the coconut palm, pandanus trees. Like the rest of Tuvalu, Nanumanga is extremely vulnerable to the climate change, particularly the rising sea levels and the increased storm activity, which threaten its land, freshwater supply, and traditional way of life. Last famous landscape, the third famous landscape of the Tuvalu is the Atoll of Nokolele. Tinatawag din ito na the land of sandy abundance. Nagre-reflect dito yung rich natural beauty and tranquil atmosphere. Ito naman, nagkukonsist siya ng ring of over 20 small slits encircle the shallow central lagoon, forming a classic atoll shape. So ito ay isang mga collection pa rin siya ng mga island na naka-form as a lagoon. So para siyang ring na may mga maliliit na island sa gilid at na-form siya ng ganyang shape. The main village, Pepesala, is located on the largest slit on the western edge of an atoll. So mapapansin natin dito sa kanilang famous landscapes na more on islands ulit siya. So itong region nga na to ay very rich of the beautiful islands. So kinultivate nila yon as a tourism para sa kanilang economic growth. And I think it is the smartest way to earn. And the last country that we have in the Polynesian region is the Vanuatu. Its capital is Port Vila. In its absolute location, it is located 16 degrees south and 167 degrees east. On the other hand, in its relative location, it is located south of the equator in the Fiji to the east, New Caledonia to the south, and the Solomon Island to the northwest. This is the Vanuatu's flag. The black triangle on the left symbolizes the island's rich in soil and people. The green stripe represents the lush vegetation, while the red symbolizes the bloodshed for the freedom, and the black triangle acknowledges the Melanesian people who originally settled in the island. Lastly, the yellow Y shape at the center represents the island's shape and symbolizes the peace. In its land area, Vanuatu's total area is roughly 12,274 square meters, of which its land surface is very limited, roughly 4,700 square meters only. Most of the islands are steep with unstable soil and a little permanent freshwater. The population of Vanuatu in 2025 is estimated to be 335,169. Their economy and resources is primarily based on the agriculture and tourism. So, in their agriculture, their major crops are copra, coconut oil, cocoa, and kava. On the other hand, Vanuatu's unspoiled beaches, reef, and active volcanoes attracts tourists, making it the major foreign exchange earner. In its political geography, the country is governed by a republican system, with a president and a prime minister, and it's divided into 6 provinces. Under beliefs in a religious state, their dominant religion is the Christianity. It is the dominant religion in Vanuatu. The main dominants are the Presbyterian, Anglican, Roman Catholic, Seventh-day Adventist, Church of Christ. There are also several indigenous beliefs that are still followed in Vanuatu, but the Christian dominates as always. And mapapansin natin sa 5 grupo or sa 5 country na na-discuss natin na Christianity ang kanilang dominant religion. The intercultural life, people and the language, the indigenous people of Vanuatu are called the Nevuatu. The term Nevuatu is used to refer a people of Melanesian descent who make up the vast majority of the population, while the term Vanuatuan can also refer to any citizen in Vanuatu. Ni Vanuatu specifically denotes the indigenous population, while the language that they speak is the Bislama, English, and the French. Life is deeply rooted in their Melanesian and Polynesian heritage, characterized by a vibrant oral tradition rich in storytelling, song, and dances. We have first the sand drawing. This intricate art from the recognized by UNESCO serve as a form of communication and storytelling between the diverse language of group. In Vanuatu, there is no written language. Storytelling, song, and dances play a vital role in passing down the history, traditions, and cultural beliefs. Next is we have the body art, including the tattoos, intricate masks, hand pieces, the curving, and the carvings. Plays a key role in the ritual ceremonies and the community life. Yung mga arts from their body decoration, yung tattoo, nagsisilbi siya as a body decoration na ini-elaborate ng mga mask, hats, and carving. Ito ay nagsisilbi or nag-acknowledge ng kanilang ritual celebration and the social life in the village. Next, for their famous landscape, we have the Mount Yasur, which is a permanently active basaltic tracking andesite volcano located within the Siri Calendaria. It is very famous for its shape, the way it looks, and by its history. Next is Melea Sarcades, which is a very beautiful falls that is located also in the country. That would be all from my report. We have discussed the 5 independent countries of the Polynesian region, namely the Samoa, the New Zealand, the Tonga, the Tuvalu, and lastly the Vanuatu. So I hope that my report can serve as the gateway for your understanding about the Polynesian region and would open your mind and interest in learning more about it. Thank you for listening.